All right, good morning, folks, and welcome to the Coffee Run. It's John from Pro Craps on Casino Gaming TV. Just getting myself set up here to get going. I'm a little bit worried about today, to be honest with you. Not that I put a whole lot of stock in superstition, but when I got here this morning, the dice were sitting down here. I'll show. I'm gonna knock the bad luck out of the room here. The dice were sitting on the 4-3 from last night. I grabbed my stick and I rolled them down here to where I could shoot, and they rolled over, tumbled, and landed up on a 6-1. And I picked them up and I threw them back down again real quick, just in front of me, 5-2. So I've seen all the sevens. And that's all I've seen so far is freaking sevens. So wish me luck. I get through this morning kind of unscathed. Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my money out here. Let's do the come ladder, or let's do the horseman again. We'll go $500 out there, like we start every morning with, right? $200 on the dome. It'll be 3 come bets in a minute, and let's see if those sevens hold true. Except for the first roll, we're going to be in okay shape. So wish old Johnny some luck here, and let's see if we can't get the roll tracker to fire. Let's see here. Sugar 675. There we go. Interesting. Since I moved and I reset the roll tracker, we've had 5,600 throws. Can you believe that? And my SOR is 839. My SRR is 6.1. But more importantly, I'm on shooter 675 since I've moved to Wenatchee. Isn't that crazy? How many shooters you pick up when you practice and you type them all in? It's unbelievable. All right, here we go. Puck's off. Puck is, come on, off. Come on, dude. There we go. Puck's off, and off we go to the races here. It's got a point set. And what do we have? We have a 3 and a 3, 6 right there. Boom. All right, we got a point, which is the first hurdle crossed. Now we're up there in the come. 336 over here. And let's go. Let's have a morning. The roll tracker is not working. Come on, there we go. Oof, super slow. Hope the internet's okay today. We don't have that same whatever from yesterday. And I know I've got the echoey mic going today. It's because I have a guest who's in waiting that we're going to deal to in a little bit here. Let's make our paycheck first. That was an okay throw. It's a 9. 5-4. They kind of spun and touched a little bit, but there's a 5-4-9. Next comeback. If we were doing the drawdown, we would have got a hit right there. Yesterday, if we were doing the drawdown, we would have lost all our money on the first roll. Yesterday was a PSO. Today, we would have made our money. Here we go. Nice out. That looks like a 5. There it is. The sister to the 9. 4-1. That moves up. And here we go. The horseman's going to get all set up today. I got a feeling. Knocked all the bad numbers out in the prep. Here we go. Here we go. It's a 4. So all the comebacks get set. That hasn't happened in a while. It's been like, we've been playing this every day for the last, couple weeks here? I haven't had all 3 comebacks actually up. I don't think yet. That might be the first time that's happened in a good long while. And again, it should be noted, the drawdown has made its paycheck. Horseman has not. Here we go. We got to get the repeaters now. Anything but a 6. Anything but a 6. There's the 6. Okay, good. I called it. I called it out. I breathed it into existence. We lose the don't. Puck will be off. Coming out. Now here's the horseman for you, right? Sometimes you knock off that point, and then you have a come out 7, and it all goes bye-bye. This might be the nightmare, right? Very well could be a nightmare for us. Back on the 6. Thank goodness we missed that out, right? All right, let's repeat the other numbers. Come on, let's get the other ones. Let's get paid. We can still make money here. If we hit them all, we can still make money. Go. Get the 5 first. 7 out. There it is. Horseman goes upside down, and it wasn't actually a terrible roll, right? A lot of box numbers there. But sometimes when you're doing these thumb strategies, right, you need a special roll, right? We didn't get our early PSO, so we're kind of out of luck here, right? But I think I rolled pretty well, so we're gonna go. There's $2,000. There's 200 back in change. We're gonna go 1,800 across like we do, and we're gonna go for it. We're gonna take one crack at this bad boy. I can reach. There we go. All right, we're gonna do a 3-step drawdown because we lost. We got to recover some money here. You got to get 3 steps in this thing to make it happen. We might have a rough time. Here we go, coming out. Ooh, big kiss. 5. We're, of course, right? Hop with 5, 9, and 4 on the way out, right? 4, 1. That's perfect. All right. Puck goes to the 5, but let's roll in here. Screen. Four, 1. Here we go. We can do it. We can do it. Can't see it. It's aces. Doesn't matter. It does mean that the throw is completely cattywampus, though. A little bit of control there, Johnny. There. What's that? 3? It's deuce. Wow. Up there, all exposed, getting nothing. Come on, John. Get a box number. Aces. Boy, what a great crapless roll this is, huh? Wow. That's the repeater on the aces right there. Jeez. A little deep throw. 5-1-6. All right, 5-1. That'll pay 350. And we're going to draw them down by 1 unit each, not half. We're going to take each bet down by 1 unit. Like so. 6 and 8. We'll make those look like 240. I need to drop the 100 out there. I'll leave the 100. Yeah, we'll make them 240. That's one of them. This 100 here. Break it out like that. 40, and bring the rest up. Okay. That is number 1. We're going to need 3 hits today to get this done, I think, to get out of the weeds. Makes it way harder to do. There's a 5. That's our second one. That's a point also, which is good. We'll get down to 640 across here. That's a 4-1. $200. Pays 280. 275. 280. And we'll bring them down again by another single unit. I'll leave the 6 and 8 at 150. And the 9 and 10 come down. All right. Now we got to come out again and then have another number. Not an ideal situation. Sometimes, man, it seems like 3 hits isn't that much, but you get in a rhythm like this where it's, craps, buckshot the point. You're not really getting any activity there. And it makes it tough, 6, 4, 2. Here we are on roll number 7. With our 7th roll, we only had 1 hit in the box. Right? Jeez, hello. Here we go. Money shot. Time for the money shot. Let's go. Let's get her done, baby. Let's get her done. It's a 10. That's a good money shot right there. 6-4. Bam. $200. 200 for the $5 in VIG. That, I'm going to bring it all down. I think we're going to be kind of okay. We might have a tiny profit, not a big one. We might have profit enough to get lunch, but I don't think we're going to make a huge paycheck today. I'm going to cover these up. There's a 200 there and a quarter. Okay, so I'm going to bring these back to the dealer rack. And bring the blacks down. And let's 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 500. 1,000. 15, 2,000, 2,500. I think that's going to be our profit right there, 3 1/4. 2,500, which is 5 purples right there. That goes back into the rack. That becomes our starting bankroll. So our profit today is 3 1/4. Needing 3 hits to get out makes it hard on us, right? After the horseman failed completely, I needed the drawdown to be spectacular. You know what I mean? And it ends up being okay. And off to the cage we go. I would normally roll this out and finish up to the 7, but I'm not. I'm not going to do that today because we have a guest with us, and I want to talk through some of that. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go in here and just kind of get going. Dice Dr. Dan's going to join me here in just a minute. We're going to get going with his rollout today and some more dealer practice and that kind of thing. But a couple things to go with for you ahead of time. I was talking to Dan before the show started. He said, hey, next time you're in Vegas, let's catch up. Well, I'm going to be in Vegas on January 11th. I think it's a weekend. That's going to be the first, if you watched it, that'll be the first of the Casino Quest seminars. And what they're going to do is, and if you've watched, you should get back over there. If you're not watching them enough, watch them. They've been blogging every week now. I'm going to be part of the blog. So I'll be filming with David, doing blog work with them, as you know, whatever, just another personality on their shows every week. Also, I'm going to be helping to instruct and teach and operate their bridge seminars. What the bridge is, it's going to be, come into Vegas, you're going to get the full day. So it's like breakfast, 3 hours of instruction, lunch, brunch, whatever it's going to be, 3 hours of more instruction, like, you know, from instructing you on stage to coming down and working with you at the tables. And then we go over to the casino as a group and play live at the tables. And it's not going to be like a 5-person, it's like 50 people, right? So these are big groups. So if you want to be a part of that, right, you can go to learn-to-deal.vegas and register for the seminars. So I'll be doing some of that once a month or so while I'm doing dealer training, and I'll be getting my certificate, and I'll start working down there at some casino very soon and making that kind of a side hustle for me. So my side hustle is going to be dealing and doing seminars on the weekend with through Casino Quest. That's coming up real soon, actually. So excited about that. It'll be kind of fun, something a little different, you know what I mean, to kind of bring in some extra paper. So should be awesome. Anyway, who's here? Can I see who's here in the chat? There's not a lot of chatters this morning, but we do have Dan. Dan was first. Dan was here at 7:05 in the morning, getting into Zoom. He's ready. He's in the waiting room right now, waiting to get going. I think he's probably going to play the mob, and we'll talk about the mob as he rolls that out. So good morning to Chris from Dice DJ, a good friend. Louis, good morning to you as well. James, good morning, James. I think James is going to join us one of these days too and do his strategy with us, and which will be good. I'm going to run, by the way, when I do the dealing today, I'm going to run probably a 3-point molly while Dan's doing his thing. Again, I want to get some practice on the odds payments and the rhythm there. So I'm going to work probably a lot more come, don't come stuff when I'm doing my player, just to keep it the practice going. So there's that. Good morning to Gary also. Who else is here? JR, of course. Good morning, JR and Joe. Good morning. Glad to see you. And Craig is here, right? celebrate 18 months of membership. Good gravy, dude. Thank you so much. It's awesome. And by the way, memberships are open to everybody. We don't get anything for it. I joke about this a lot, right? We have memberships here at the channel. I think it's $5 a month or something. You get nothing for it, other than the satisfaction of helping pay for the internet. That's it. Like I use the membership money to, like I said, putting in new lights. I got to get a new camera. That's where the money goes, right? And I'm not like taking to the casino or anything. I'm actually making the studio better. So, yeah. Anyway, that's open. Thanks, Craig. Glad you're here. Let's see. Isn't John closer or farther away from you now? I am way farther away than I used to be at Ian. I'm a good 2 hours now from where Ian lives, from our old place. So to me, to get to the old casino takes a hot minute to get there. It's a special trip now. So no Gargoyle. My morning rollout was good. I made a paycheck, so we did that. Not a great start. The Horseman actually I'm lying. It was two good rolls. Actually, the first shooter had like 8 rolls, all box numbers, but I was doing something else. The second shooter had, I think, 9 rolls, still going actually, and made our paycheck. So we actually did pretty good. Anyway, let's bring Dan on. I'm gonna unmute Dan. Dan, let's see. Dan, can you hear me, buddy?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, I got you. I think everybody else can too. So good morning, sir. Glad you could do this. And I think you'll probably do this a couple more times, right? I think when we get into having more than just me here, more than just one person, you'll come in and we'll do dealing to 2 people. And someday I'll be as good as AZ and can deal to 5 people.
That's going to take some doing.
It's good. He does a good job. The thing about AZ that's more impressive to me is not the fact that he deals to 5 people, but that everything is so non-standard. You know, all those crazy bets and stuff that he does. He makes that work somehow. You know, I'm very impressed by his skills. And anyway, hopefully that's a good bar to set. So, ready to play a little bit? Let's go to my table, and let's.
I'm ready.
Let's actually play it out. So you can see the rack up there. I'm going to walk around and let's see. Where is my small stick? I'm going to use a small stick today, and I'm going to shoot, as we know from this side here. I'm going to shoot from stick left 1, not my normal spot. Move this out of the way. Move the mouse out of the way. I don't think anybody can see that on the camera, right? That's out of the way. All right, cool. Here we go. So I'm going to give you $1,000 in the rack. Or I guess I'm going to get 2. Give me two purples and
1 is fine.
Blacks. You're not going to need it. You're going to win so much money so fast. It ain't going to matter, right? But
that's true.
2. Yeah, you got 2. I'll take 2. Let's see. I'll take $2,000 as well. Bang, bang, and bang. And I'm going to do. I'll be in the back. You'll be in the front. Hopefully those stacks are clear enough today. I think I got some better lighting on that. So, all right, puck is off, Dan. What are you going to do?
Okay, I noticed that you mentioned that I might play the mob. Well, basically the mob, all it is, it's just a nice way to say I'm playing a hybrid. So what I'm going to do today is not my normal 2 hits and leave, because I want to stay on your show just a little longer than 2 hits. So
okay.
I'm going to show you a version of the hybrid that I do kind of like.
Okay.
And let's see where we can go with it. I
Sounds
hope
good.
that at some point during the day that you do hit a 5 or a 9 as the point, so I can show you an expanded version. All right, let's
Sounds
get
good.
rolling.
Okay.
First thing that I want is I want $75. Don't pass.
All right. So that'll be obviously it'll be a self-serve bet. So you'll ask me for some change. I'll give you back your change. You're going to make your $75 don't pass bet and put your quarter in your rack. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Your first bet. Okay. I will do the opposite. I'm going to take also check change for myself, and I'm going to go on the pass line. I'll do a. Can you all see that, Chip? I will do a 3-point molly today. I might do double odds instead of max. I may just do double odds and everything. Again, just practicing levels for me. So here we go. coming out. One of us is going to be happy. One of us will not be happy here. Pretty much, right?
Yep.
All right. We got an 8. We're both actually kind of happy. Where's that?
Kind of so.
8 will work, right? 8 will work all day long. That's going to be a great point for me, right? And you dodged, you know what, coming out. All right. So what's going to be your move here?
Okay, my move is I want $85 on the inside without the 9.
Okay.
So that'll be 25 on the 5, 36 and 8.
Mm-hmm. No 9.
No 9, and give me 15 in the field.
You got it. So you're going to drop $100, say 85 inside, 15 in the field. All right. So we're going to get that set up for you.
Yep.
It'll be 25, 30, 30, and 15 in the field. That's your whole 100.
That's it.
Okay. All right. For me, simple. I'm going to go double odds, and I'll spread my odds out so you can all see them. And a $25 coming. I'm actually going to get in advance some more change here because I know I'm going to need it. Okay, here we go. Now you want to see a 9, right? Or a 5, you said? To
Not
explain
now.
something?
No,
Not
your point is 8. I'm looking at some point during the day, maybe we get the 5 or the 9 for a point.
Okay, you want the 8 placed even though you have the don't on the 8? Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay. While I'm getting my dice set, you want to tell everybody why? Because that is non-standard. So tell us why you're doing that. Kind of dilute your vote right there.
Okay, basically all I'm doing is I'm going to be collecting on every single bet or every single roll, not bet.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you roll those dice, I'm putting something into the rack. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the dice do whatever the dice do.
Okay. Fair enough. Here we go. And I'm just by the way, I'm just stacking hardways and just working on my toss. So I'm not going to do any kind of weird setting or trying to fix things. I'm going to try and work mechanics here. So don't expect 3V to produce anything for you. I'm just going to set hardways and work on a better landing than that. That's a 4. We're going to 1. All right. So
put $15 in my rack.
Move the 4 up home. Move the 4 up first. The $15 you get paid.
Yep.
Goes into your rack. Yep. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. I'm going to drop
roll them
double odds. All right. I'm double odds on my 4. And I'm going to do one more. I'll do 2 come bets and the pass line. Here we go. That's a little better. 5, 3, 2. And that's a 5. We're going to move that come bet up to the 5. You're going to get paid $35 and lose your field. Okay. Should have taken the field bet first, by the way.
Yes, you should have.
Yep. Okay. You're in the rack.
Put 15 back in the field.
15 back in the field. You got it.
Yep.
And you're good?
I'm good.
All right. I'm going to go and get check change for that black. And we're going to go double odds on the 5. Green's out here. Okay. Here we go. Looking for an 8. Looking for an 8 shooter. Here we go. Ooh, it's a kiss. It's a 5. It's a 4-1. 4-1-5. Field falls. 5 pays 35 here. We're going to get paid. Come down. 1 flat. 3 on the odds. Okay, damn, you have $35?
I want 15 to go back into the field and 25 to go to my rack.
You got it. Just collect, baby, right? All right, here we
go. Let's collect.
Now, at some point, and I think we're approaching that point, you have collected 3 greens, right?
Right.
You've collected the greens from the 5 now twice, right? And the 6, I think, right?
I think that's what we did.
which is how much you have on the don't. So your don't pass bet now is kind of a free bet. Like when I look at hybrid play, people say you're playing not to win, whatever, right? In this particular case, where you are right now is that you have paid for this bet, which means the seven
Yes.
is a clean win. The seven at this point is a clean win. Even if you lose up here, your seven is clean. The next win that you get, now your next goal is like, let's pay for these bets. If you can pay for the don't and your place bets, so you need 6 wins, everything's clean.
Okay,
And the seven actually rules the day, correct? Because you would have had 175 and you have $100 in action here, plus 75 there. You've got 75 back in your rack, right? If the seven comes, you'll have 150 in your rack, so you'll be down about $15.
Yeah, on this roll.
Right, on this roll. So really, as you're tracking through this, and everybody's watching this has to realize that, right? Like every roll, the thickness of the seven changes, right? So the next win that you get will almost guarantee you a tie if the seven comes. You need to get a couple more to sort of take that next level, unless you pull your bets down. Right?
That's exactly what I was going to.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to mention, John. Right now, with the 3 hits, if somebody wanted to, they could pull the place bets in the field. Now they got a free pass bet going for them.
A free don't pass, right? Everything's covered, right? This $100 comes back. You lock up your 75 don't, your 100 for the action, a nickel in profit guaranteed, right?
Yep.
And then the seven is a free bet. Everything you do from this point forward just makes that 7 bet a little bit more juicy. And I like that, right?
Yes.
I think when you're playing hybrid, those goals are important to see. Like, okay, the don't pass is now a who cares bet. And I think that's important because people can stay too long sometimes on these things and end up like, why did I make no money? Right? Like I got 3 hits and I made nothing. And there's reasons for that.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure thing.
Okay. Going back to that 3rd hit again, another thing you could do is you have, I think, pulled down $60 and you had 175 out from your original, your original bet was 175. You won and profited 60. You could pull everything down and you would have hit a goal on that shooter. So then you could just wait for the next point, or you could wait for the next shooter, or you could take $60 and go home.
Yeah, I've said that before too, right? It's like this idea of making a goal on a shooter, right? So this shooter for you made $75, right? You can literally go, okay, I'm done. And you can, place the 8 for $66 or whatever you're going to do, or $72 on the 8, whatever you're going to do on the 8, and say the 8, who cares? Pull the don't pass down if you want to, and that's it. You made your $75 on that shooter. And if you're playing this at a higher level, for the high rollers out there, a higher level of these bets, right? Instead of 75, you're bringing in 3 blacks. If you think about it, unit size, right? All right, so we're going to lose. Yep. What's going to happen here? We're going to get paid here in the come. Everything else is a loser.
We hit the 8.
We hit a 7. Your don't pass gets paid. Your don't pass gets paid.
Oh.
I screwed that up. Yeah, your don't pass gets paid along with my comeback. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, so that comes here. This comes back to your rack. And again, I'm going to pull this out of here. Your rack, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's $200, right? So you've got $30 in net profit on that shooter, as it turns out. Okay.
Yep.
For me, just a quick check of the rack here. There's 275. I'm net down $25.
Sorry about your loss.
Welcome to low house edge play, right? Okay, you're gonna go back out and pay $75.
$75. And
you got it.
And I would like to say thank you to Lou in chat.
What did Lou say in chat?
Happy birthday, Dan.
Oh, it's your birthday?
It is, sir.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
65 years young, right?
Got pretty close.
Yeah. Here we go. I'm coming out. I am coming. We had this long talk in my house last night about what's next. My wife and I, we're both approaching 60, and we're like, okay, what is our next? What does like phase 2 of our life look like?
Yeah.
Things are going to change for us, right? That's why I'm talking about going to Vegas and working for David and just doing other things besides just being a coder. All right, we have a point of 8. I'll take my next comeback and my double odds back there. You're going to go same thing, 85 inside with 15 in the field.
85 in and 15 in the field. Yep.
All right, there's your. You're going to drop me $100, right? You're going to add, and I'm trying to simulate the deal with him. You're going to go check change on the quarter because you don't have any reds left. Okay, you'll drop me $85 to 85 inside, please. Right, and I'll know what you mean because you just did it. 5, 6, 8 with the caps and $15.
And then I'll put 15 in the field. Yep.
You got it. You got it. Okay, here we go. Coming out. I say coming out because I'm in the com, obviously, right?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Dice are out, would the stick man say? Let's go. Let's have a better run this time, huh? Or hard. Nice looking toss right there, dude.
Ready.
Or hard. Move this one here up. You get paid down in there. You're going to rack down, I'm assuming?
That racks, yep.
Okay, that racks up. I'll try and spread your money out so you can see what you have in the rack as we go here.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Dice rock. Oh, I got to put my odds up. I need my odds. I got double on everything today. Today is double odds day. One
Thank you,
coming.
Skill.
Here we go. Dice are up. Big bounce. Big bounce. I landed pretty flat. 5. I'll tell you what, from the right side or from the left side, I'm just like my rhythm is weird over here. I'm just like not. We're going to take the loss. We're going to move the come.
John.
And we're going to pay you. Yes.
I would normally drop a nickel out of my rack, and the dealer would then take that nickel and the 2 on top and put them in the field and give me the green.
There you go.
They just automatically do that when I play this.
That's what I want to get to, right? When I'm working on this side of it, is that move, right?
Yeah.
And again, I was telling Skill the other day, it's weird for me doing this because I'm actually playing the role of both dealer and player. So I've got to pull money out of your rack as though I'm you and then pretend I'm the dealer. So it's a lot of back and forth and weird.
Yes.
So anyway, here I go. I'm in the come for my actually I have 2 comebacks, right? I'm done. 4 and 5. I have the 4, 5, and 8 working. I need a repeater.
Come get them, buddy.
Something got to hit over here, right? Let's go.
Something got to hit.
Yeah. Here we go. Dice are out. That's 6. That's for you.
I'll take it.
6 for you. $35.
I'll be dropping a nickel.
Lose this. Drop that nickel. And I'll give you back your quarter. You'll place your own field bet, and I'll put that up into your rack. All right. Let's go.
Actually, John, when I drop that nickel, most dealers just put it with the cap and put it right into the field for me.
Oh, they place it for you? Okay, I'll do that for you.
Yep.
I'm trying to do like all the mechanics, right? But that's cool. Here we go. Give me a 4 or a 5, Johnny. 4 or a 5. Let's go.
Come on, get it for him.
Dice landed on their front face. And that's why they skipped. They landed on their front corner and they went bam into the wall hard. Okay, you're going to get paid in the field, though, which is very cool. You got to stack that up in the rack?
Yeah, it goes to the rack.
All right, you got it.
I'm always collecting.
All right. I'm curious to see what people now in chat, by the way. I'm going to get my mouse there. I can't see the chat. I get a window in the way. If you're in chat, I'd love for you to start commenting on what you're seeing here, right? Like, obviously, the 3-point Molly is not very interesting what I'm doing, but from Dan's point of view, if you're a hybrid type player, start talking about what you're seeing here. We can ask questions as we go of why Dan's doing what he's doing. Again, part of this is for me to practice. Part of this is for you to understand how other players see the game and play. Another 3, ace deuce again. And also those dice landed way in the front. There's your $15. We're going to go ahead and collect that.
In the rack.
Me, by the way, I'm going to kind of diagnose this because I know gargoyles here. What's happening to me is this right now, which I'm trying to fix. The dice are not landing flat. They're landing on their front edge. Like I'm doing too much wrist work and they're landing like this on the front edge. I gotta dial them back so they land more flatter. They're hitting here. Sometimes they're hitting on the front point, like on this kind of right here, and that's why they're going in that far corner. I'm losing them because I'm over adjusting my wrist. I know what I'm doing. I just don't know what I got to, you know what I mean? I got to like work through the wrist control. Here we go.
Thank you, Gary.
And the weird thing is that from this side of the table on my table, I'm on the dealer side, so there's no rail here. So where I'm like Alfredo, where I'm leaning over the table, and you can see me lean in here. See my hand? There's no rail on this side, so I'm not really centered on a rail like normal. So it's a weird feeling. So I just gotta kind of adjust to it. That's a little bit better. That's the 9. 639. So I'm gonna hit everything except for what I'm actually on. Drop 3. Actually, if I'm a player, I'm probably saying 25 for 2, like that, and taking a quarter of it because you got some extra reds over here, and we need quarters in the bank. So
sometimes the dealers ask me to do that.
Yeah, drop me 2 nickels.
Yeah, they drop me 2 nickels.
I'm going to hit the ATS in 12 shots here, but I'm not going to hit any repeaters. It looks like I've hit every number.
I'm fine with
except
that.
for 11 and 12, and I need a repeater. Come on, man, let's go.
I'm fine with this.
One number. I just need one number to make the hands feel better. There's a 4. We got a good one. Look at me.
Good hit, John.
Look at me. All right. So you, again, will drop 2 nickels in exchange for a quarter for you for that 4 in the field. You can collect up on there. This 4 here is going to come down. We'll get a 25 flat and 100 for the odds. Back in the come we go. And right there, I have profit. I have quarter profit now. I've gotten my. Oh no, I don't. I have a one black light still.
Hit that 5.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're there.
Off and on for $100 right there. That'd be fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Or an 8. How about an 8? Like the easiest number to roll. Give me an 8.
Even I'll take that.
That's a better thing. That's the 7. That was a better shot right there. Better shot, but they kissed at the very, very end. Okay, so we're gonna take all the losers here. We'll get paid there. You'll get paid there. And I'll get the racks reset, and we'll look at where we are. I think I lost a quarter again. I'm gonna bring your money up. I'm still at the same point. I still have, there's a 1,000, 1,500, 16, 17, 18, 1,975 bucks. I'm still down a quarter. I still haven't hit that profit point yet. You, sir, there is your, there is 400. There's your starting bankroll. Now you're up 115 bucks. So your next set of box numbers is free coming out. This now you're playing on. You're about to play on house. You're about to play a whole shooter on house money, almost. So we'll get you out there 75 on the don't. If you want to drop me the 85 bucks now, we can do up and off, which I do a lot of this, but maybe I shouldn't.
Well, no, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet.
You're gonna change up.
You might throw a 5 or a 9, and if you do, I'm going to change my bet. Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, I'll be back on the pass line. Here we go. I haven't hit a pass line winner yet, have I? Not one.
You have not. Nope.
Nope. All right, here we go. Coming out. Puck is going to be off, by the way.
Come on, 5. Come on, 9.
7:55 here. We'll do a couple more shooters. Depending how long they go. Come on, Johnny. That's a better land. Okay, there's my 7. 6, 4, 3. That was a better landing for me. I'm working on that that flatness right there. So you're going to lose your don't. I'm going to pay here, and I'm going to rack it and stack it, or stack it, don't rack it. You going to go back out, or are you going to do something different now?
I will go one more time back out.
Okay, here we go. 75 on your don't. Here goes nothing. Midnight. So I give my money back. I gave my win back. That's a bummer. Back out I go. Okay, here we go. 10. 10 easy. You got to be loving that. Okay. What is your move, Dan?
Field. See inside and field.
You got it. You're going to drop me $85, which I'll take. Hit you like that. I'm going to go double odds. And 25 coming. Here we go.
I need a field.
Oh, your field. That's right. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Yep. I got to give you a change for a quarter here.
That's fine.
Move 15, I'll hand you off. There you go. All right. Ugly roll, but look at you getting paid double.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you're paid $30. I'm going to lose my cum. You're going to go into the rack, I'm assuming?
Goes to the rack. Yep.
Okay. I'm just going to be doing the thing over here. Coming for 3. All right. Right side is hard. The left side's hard. Okay, 4-1. It's funny how I used to shoot from the right side or left stick left one all the time. And now I'm just like so uncomfortable over here. All right, that's going to travel up. This will lose. And you get $35 here. You're going to drop a nickel for me and go into the field again?
Yes, drop a nickel. Yep.
Okay, there you go. Into the field you go. Quarterback to your back. I am coming again. I'm going to drop a black. Check change. Only 4, not 5. Go to the odds. And there we go.
I could address something that Skill has asked.
What's he saying here? What does Dan think about
Yeah,
raising the CP after everything's paid for from Jacob?
yeah.
Okay.
What I typically would do is if I win that don't pass bet, I would press it up 1/4. So, after putting in 75, if I win it, I'll go back in for 100 and then I'll rack the other half. That makes sense?
It does. It does. Now you haven't done that yet, though. You have won it a couple times and haven't done that, but you've been kind of even in these hands. So
yeah, I've been focused in too much on what's going on here.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you.
But
this is a
typically
different animal. You're doing it live like this, right?
it's a whole different animal.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to make it feel as real as I can, but it's hard to explain and do all the things that you're doing. Not like we're at a casino, we're kind of rolling bets out there. So
yes.
Here we go. Dice are up. You see that upside down kiss? There's a 3. Boy, my cum bets are getting killed today. Jeez. So loser there, winner here. Getting destroyed.
To the rack. Yeah.
But the cum better just does it. They're like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Honestly, like the cum bet, I've lost 3 of them now.
Yes.
And 0 11s, only 1 7 in the cum, right? So I'm upside down probability wise in there. So hopefully that's going to turn a little bit towards my favor soon. I could use an 11 right now, actually. That was a good shot. Finally, and it's a freaking 7. But at least it was a good looking shot. I feel better about myself. All right, so everything basically loses. We're going to lose all of this mess up in here. Wow, how lovely was that? Paid there, and I am now squarely upside down. You, sir, I think, doing good. You're You are. That is $500. So you're now up this. You lost a little bit there. You're up. You're still up. You're still ahead.
It's okay.
Still ahead. All right. Last year. We'll call it last year here. Same deal.
Can you force a 5 or a 9 point for me?
I'm gonna try. We're gonna say okay. The points. We'll just say the points 9. We'll just call it 9. We'll call it 9. You want to go your $75?
No, I want to go 100.
Okay, so you'll be $100 in the don't. I'll put the black chip out there
Yeah.
for you.
Still
Pretend
make
that
me
the
go to
point.
a.
Yeah, the point's 9 now. We're just gonna say it's 9 so we can see the alteration to what you're gonna do. Okay.
Yes.
And just to follow along, I will have a pass line bet with odds on the 9. Okay, so from this point forward, what's your difference?
All right. I want $25 on each of the Hardways.
Okay, so all the hards for a quarter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody can see the Hardways, right? Okay, good. And that's going to be for you on this. You're actually over here. You're on that side. Okay, got it. No, nothing in the box.
Nothing
in the box. All right, so I'm just going to do my come bet here. I need to get change. There, 25 coming. Money in the rack. We're on an assumed point of 9, and let's get rolling. Here we go. Here comes a 9. Oh, I should hop the 9 right now, actually. Oh, do you see that? Look at that. 549. Told you.
Dog.
That is amazing. I really was only joking there. Puck is off. That'll be a loser down here on the don't. That is way too funny, Dan.
I want to thank Skill for making me press that.
Yeah, right. All right, so down here, I would get paid 25 there, and I would get paid 75 on my odds. Okay, so the way that gets paid out is here and here, like this. That will come back to my rack. I'm back on the pass line. I have odds up here. I work my odds on the come out from the come bet side. What are you doing, Dan? Back 75?
75 GG.
Right. God, that's so funny that I literally threw a 9 right there.
Hardways are off.
Hardways are off. Okay.
Yeah.
Hardways are
I just
off.
want to show you. Just want to show you what I do with the Hardways.
Okay. I'm gonna hop all the Hardways for $5 each.
Go get them.
So I'm dropping a quarter. I'm gonna hop the Hardways for 5 each, just because nickel change for me. And I will have to put those here. You can't see my hops are up here, so it's there, 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 and there. Here we go. Nine, 6 tray. So of course my Hardway fund falls, but 1 and 3.
Oh, that was nice.
Right, coming down over there. I'll take 25 or 50 of that. Go to odds. 25 for the next come, and rack me a black chip on that transaction. I love working the come out on the odds. Nobody really does that, but I feel like the casino sets you up in a bet that's automatically off. They must want to make sure you're not on. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I leave those on. All right, we're on a point of 9, so all those can actually just stay the same, right? You're going to do the same thing with the Hardways, right?
Same thing. Yep.
All right, and here we go. Let's get you a hard 8 right here, huh?
Give me any Hardway.
Any Hardway. Here we go. 2, 6, easy 8. 2, 6, easy 8. Okay. 6, 2. That'll travel up. Your hard 8 will fall. I'm going to drop my odds, please, on the 8. Okay. Are you making any changes? Going back out there?
Nope. I'm good.
Just let them roll. Okay. Let them sit and see what happens.
I need a Hardway.
You do.
Yep.
Here we go. Another front kiss at the 7. Oh, I should have been in the come. I'm going to post bet that. I have a come bet on the way. I should have had that out there. Was not paying attention. All right, so that'll fall. That'll get paid. That falls. That gets paid, and these stick man will take care of those as it rolls. You're back in the rack.
So I lost $25 playing $100 worth of Hardways.
Yeah, big big potential there. Let's get you colored up real quick. I'm going to color up your non-blacks. There's 25 in red.
Okay.
There's let's see, 100, 250 in green. So your rack looks like this. You've got, there's your starting, you're actually down now on that the last two shooters kind of hurt you a little bit. You've got 2,960. So you're down $40 after being up a little bit earlier. That last sequence was not great. Getting hit on the 9 here kind of sucked. And losing that $25 brought you under. For me, I'm down $200. If I change in these greens for a black, I've got 1,805. So I'm down about $200. Sometimes that comeback rhythm is beautiful. Sometimes you never get paid. Today was the day where I got paid on the 9, I think, and on a 5 somewhere. And that was it. Really never got paid with odds today. Like, it was just one of those days where I set all the come bets and never got paid. Matter of fact, in the morning run too, the Horseman, same thing. I'm going to come right over here. The Horseman this morning was the same thing, right? I set all the numbers, never hit them again, right? So today's a day where I'm hitting a lot of numbers, but no repeater numbers, really. I'm just kind of bouncing around, which is not surprising, right? From that side of the table, not my normal spot, trying to figure it out, no rhythm, not out of the realm. So, but it was a fun day. I'm going to go get the mouse over here and see if I can find some other chats to talk through. And let's see, what do we have here? Let's look through the chats. Skill sets, questions. So, what are Dan's concerns about the strategy? What worries you, Dan? Oh, wait, hold on. He's muted. There we go. Dan, what worries you about the strategy? What concerns do you have?
The really short rolls, obviously, because you set yourself into a losing position until you can get 2 or 3 of these hits. But once you've got the 2 or the 3, if somebody happens to go into a long roll without making their point, they're putting money in your pocket. And John, I would kind of like to show you what I would have done with the Hardways, if you don't mind.
Sure. Let me switch over. So if you're here, right?
Yes.
And let's say we had a point. I'll set it back up from this side. You had a $100 don't. You had $25 on the Hardways, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Right. If that's the situation, let's say that we roll a hard 6 because it's close here, 9 to 1. Okay.
Okay. The hard 6. What is it? Go.
Right. You're getting paid 9 units, right? 4, 8, 9, right? What happens here?
That hard 6 goes to $125.
Okay, so you're going to press it by $100. There's 125. Yep. I'll put it out
that
here.
120.
Easier to see.
That goes to my rack. You see my don't pass bet?
Yeah, it's covered.
The don't pass bet goes to the rack.
Yeah. Oh, you're taking the whole thing down.
Yes.
Okay, so now you've got your $100 that was on the don't. Who cares, right? It's back in the rack.
Yep.
There's your $100 that was the Hardways. That's back in your rack. So you've got a quarter in profit, and you're rocking out here with one nice size bet.
With one beauty. Yep.
Yep, and that's $1,000 winner right there, right? Yeah.
If it hits the second time, I'm going home. Yep.
Well, no kidding, right? On any of them. On any of them, because any of them, 2 1/4, 175, 175. If that thing happens to hit, it's 900 here and 2 1/4 there, right? You're $1,100 on the win right there. That's enough. That's enough to stay home for the rest of the week, frankly.
Yeah, and if let's say it's the hard hit, the hard 10 or the hard 4, if either one of them hits, then I go to $100.
Okay, so
I don't go to 1 1/4. I go to 100.
Okay, and that way your don't comes down, you're clear, right? That pays for those bets, no profit, but that's fine.
And if that hard 4 hits again, I got $800 coming. I'm taking all my
Yep.
Hardways and going home.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Hardways are an interesting way to make some money, aren't they? Like when they come, it's like it's to me, hardways are a lot like fours and tens, right? And I know this is going to be like anti-math, whatever, right? But like those things, for some reason, come in bunches. Like if I find that when people are hitting hardways, they're hitting hardways, and when they're hitting fours and tens, they're hitting fours and tens, and they just kind of
Yep.
come in like in that. Look at this from Tom. Wow, Dan, a hardway grand slam kind of play, right? Which is interesting though, because you think about it, the way you played that out, right? Without the don't pass, let's say if you didn't have a don't pass at all, if you're just doing $25 hardways, right, and you make the six or whatever look like $100, you're bringing back enough money to pay for all the other hardways, and that works at any level. You know what I mean? That works. Even if you're here, even if you're at $5 hardways, it's the exact same thing, right? Here, right, $45 on the win right there, right? $45 on the win, you can make this thing look like a quarter and bring back 20, and that pays for all the hardways. That pays for them all, right? One win, go to the next level. The excess pays for the rest of them. Now they're all free bets. You just need one, and parlayed correctly, you can pay for them all. If it's the 5 or the 9 or the 4 or the 10 rather, right? Same kind of thing, right? They're going to pay 7 to 1. They're pay $35. It's not quite the same thing, right? $35. And what you can do is you can take this 25 as nickels, right? Make sure you take $20 back to your rack, and that 4 looks like $20, right? So it goes to 20, but you paid for everything, and now you got a home run sitting here, right? Because 20 is going to pay 140 on this win. Not a bad deal. The aggressive hardways are cool when they come. Now when they go dark, boy, they go dark. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. So glad that Tom called that out. Waylon also says, why take the don't pass down? Just place the point and win, right? So a lot of people will advise that too, right? If you have $100 on the don't, and let's say the point was a 10, place the 10 for $75, lock up 25 or 50 as a profit. That's not a bad little move right there instead of pulling it. You agree with that, Dan?
I do, but I typically wouldn't do it. I just like to get the money in the rack and be done with it.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. You want to get in the
I'm
rack. Placing it is a guarantee of something. Depends on what the number
Yes.
is, obviously, right? But on a 4 or 10, that's kind of the gimme game, I knew a guy who played the don't like this. And again, the don't pass is such an interesting play to me. But I knew a guy when I was younger, right? He would place the don't, and he played, well, I'll do it his level. He was doing blacks, right? So at black level, he played the don't pass and literally would wait for the 4 and 10 as the point. That's all he did, right? If it was anything else, he'd pull the don't and wait, right? Sometimes he would place the 5 or 9, but really there's not a lot of profit in there, like the Dinkin and Duncan thing. He might do this. He might say, okay, for that don't, he'd place the 9 for $75. On a 7, he wins a quarter. On a 9, he wins $105, right? So he basically profits. In that case, the net profit is $5, right? The nickel hops the 7s on the way out, right? Now he would take the inside numbers and use the winnings, the hedge winnings, for hopping the 7s to guarantee this. And all he would care about is that. And okay, we got a 10, $75 on the 10. And that's all he cared about, was winning his quarter on the 7 or winning $50 on the 10. And he played all day like this. $100 here. Every time he would get a point, if he lost his don't pass, the 5, 6, 10, whatever dollars he would use, hedged his come out to guarantee he could live to fight the 10 and the 4. And that's all the dude did. Like, he was one of these old guys, like I say, at the end of the table, when I was younger, like through my 20s, he was one of the guys down there at the end, just smoking a stogie with a rack full of black chips. Like, how was he doing this? And that's literally what he did. He bet $100 in the don't, smoke a cigar, dip the end of the cigar in his whiskey, and wait for the 4 and 10 as the point, and literally just place the 4 and 10 all day long, and take his quarter, $50, quarter, $50, other numbers, hop in the reds, maybe get in the hardways with it. Literally, that's how the guy played. Boring as hell, but guess what? Everybody else left swearing, and that guy left with blacks all the time. Right? It's interesting. Skill, another question for you. He says, how many hits is Dan most comfortable with before regressing? I was going to ask you the same question, because if you've got 75 on the dome and you've got 85 up in the box, right, after those first couple of hits, whether it's field or whatever, right, you could bring your box down to $12 units or $15 units and ensure that the don't pass bets clear earlier, not have to get that third and fourth hit like you were trying for, Dan. What do you think about that? And as you're talking, I'll set that up. So if we were here,
yeah, that's what you're doing here.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk around and set it up. So you could have been here, right? You could have been, and I'll put the money out front. There's that, right? There's the 5, 6, and 8 in your field, right? Now let's assume you got the 6 hit once, right? And you got a quarter for the 6, right? After you drop your net. Let's take 3 hits. Let's say you got 3 hits. The 6, 8, 5, whatever. You got 3 of those things, or maybe you got 2 of these and 1 field hit. Something like that. So in your rack, you've put the $65. Okay. At this point, you could regress in here, right? You could say, you know what, I'm kind of done with the field, or maybe the field goes down to 10. These go down to 15. Right? So you have 15, 18,
so
18.
So what I would be looking at is three hits tells me I've got somewhere between $45 and $60 that I've racked. Okay.
Yep.
So I would look at my magic number as being 3. And if I hit 3 times, then yes, I could regress that 5, 6, and 8. But the problem, one of the problems is that typically the best table you're going to find here, unless you get way off strip, is going to be $15.
Sure.
You know, Ellis will give you a smaller table, but
right.
You know, you're looking at a $15 field bet, and I guess that would be okay. Bring your 5, 6, 8, and 8. Bring it back
inside,
down.
If you're 51 inside, so let's do that. Let's go to here. I don't think I have enough reds to do this, but you're 51 inside, like so. You would have brought back that to your rack, right? I'm sorry, 51, $4 to your rack. Now your rack looks like this. Now you've got 75, which is your don't covered. You've got $24, which is one of those other bets covered, basically. If you don't have your field bet, like you're locking up earlier, but now these wins up here become a little bit meaningless, right? These wins up here become $21, right? When you're putting your field back, you're only bringing $6 home, unless you go press it up. The next time it's 24, pays 28, 15 back in the field. You know what I mean? You're going to grind this out if you regress. Alternatively, just do that. Don't take the field, go to the 9, and make it an inside play for $66 inside, which takes 85 down to 66. So it's $20 in the rack, and now you're playing an inside game, no field, and the don't pass is paid for. That's an interesting way to kind of move around if you wanted to do that. That I know skill plays that way, right? He's always looking to get the regression in early as possible to play the long game, right?
So
versus same betting like you did. You same betted for a long time and just kept racking up. So instead of tying, right, you were putting money away,
right?
Which is an interesting, little bit of a difference there. So
let's do this, John.
Okay.
Let's say I get my 3 hits. Okay. Once I've got my 3 hits, instead of 85 on the 6, 8, and 5, I just switch down to the 66 and I play skill 66.
Sure.
Collecting $50 every second hit.
Yeah. Yeah, and what people don't do, by the way, with that, I'm going to set that up for you. I think people forget about how simple the strategy is. The skill 66 is it's one of the best. Like when it works, it's so cool because here's $66, right? And we got our hit on anything. What you're saying is this: go to 66 inside, take your 21, drop $1, right? And we'll press them all. I'll press them up front just so you can see that there's a 22 inside press. Okay, anything comes now, it pays $28.
Yeah.
Okay, and you bring that $22 back to the rack again, and you turn these bets. You can turn them off. I've done this, right? Turn the bets off, right? What did you profit on that roll? Right, there's the dollar, right? So it's 25, 45, $49, basically $50 minus the dollar, right? When that move worked, it's $50 coming back home. Now, what skill does is goes down to 44 inside. So he has a little bit of profit left over, right? But you do this move and it's $50. When I do this move and I'm here on the don't, guess what? That becomes my odds. And I turn these bets off and let that thing ride itself out. Like use that to pay for that, or use that to pay for a don't come or something, right? The skill 66 is a powerful strategy when it's not played the way skill does it, by dropping down and praying for a monster, taking the $50 that you earned with the move and doing something different. Maybe that's your Hardway for $5 each. Maybe that is your don't pass odds. Maybe that's a don't come and switching sides, right? There's so much you can do with the $50. Remember, the skill 66 earned you $50. You can just stop, right? When I was doing the paycheck play, when I won the $100,000, I did the skill 66, but with 660. So 660 to 880 took the second hit. That's 500 at that level in those two hits, right?
Yep.
And that's an easy way to make $500 when you can roll two inside numbers. It's actually kind of a fun way to do it. When I was doing the paycheck thing, I had, you know what I mean? If I'm looking to make a quick $500 and I want the smallest amount of risk to do it, that's a way to do it.
Yep.
Right. Boom, boom, boom. And you're out $500, right? If you can get two inside numbers. Otherwise, you might burn $200, burn 3 or 4 times trying it, but that's a fun way to get after it. Let's see. We're talking about the don't pass here. Jay is saying don't take them down. Put a come bet. But that, yeah, are you saying Jay, you're talking about with the skill 66, $50? You're talking about something different about the don't pass. I've seen people also, by the way, to Waylon's point, they're talking about in chat about never pulling your don't pass bet down, which I think most people agree with. But what's interesting? Let's just play what if, shall we? I'm going to take all this money away. What if? I don't think I've ever shown this before. But why wouldn't you do this? Let's say you have $100 on the don't. Let's say that you had your $85 up top. I'm trying to get all this money out of the way here, right? You had your $85 up top, right? And let's say you got your 3 hits. I'm gonna reach over here. Let's say you got your 3/4 off of those hits up top, like you did. Okay. Nothing wrong with taking the $100 down and switching to the come. Right? Taking that free bet on the don't, that don't pass bet gave you the ability to get 3 numbers, and then switching to come and doing a little molly. You can even do a $10 come bet, 3 units and odds. Take the $25 and go 10 and 15, 10 and 15, 10 and 15, and take the $75 that you earned off those box numbers, jump into the come with it really, really quick, and get three comes with odds instead of letting your money burn up there. Right? Use it on a different level, or take the don't pass and just take the whole $100 and move it to the come and get one come bet coming through that's a big fatty and let it run through. There's no reason you've got to sit where you are, right, on these bets. When you have a bet that's movable, you can move it. Even if people would say, don't ever move the don't. Moving it, taking the don't down and making it into place bets, taking the don't down and turning it into a series of come bets is not a bad move. It's not the worst move anyway. So just putting it out there. Yeah, different, right? I mean, there's just like I said, I've seen people do some different things. I think what I'm looking forward to the most, honestly, when I deal, is seeing the crazy stuff people do. I think this show, when I do start dealing, um, this show will probably go down a couple of days a week, and I firmly believe that we're going to have some fun stories. I'm going to come back from Vegas. We're going to do a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday show type of thing. And I'll be like, you'll never guess what I saw this weekend. It's going to be a lot of that stuff. And I'll be able to show you some interesting plays that people do, stuff like that. So, all right, let's get out of here, Dan. It's time. It's work time for work. I want to thank you for coming on today. Hopefully, it wasn't that much of an issue getting connected and all that stuff. I hope people in the chat were able to hear both of us nice and clear. And I hope you got something out of the session. I certainly am feeling more comfortable talking through the mechanics of the dealing thing, but also getting to watch you play a little bit too. So, did you guys have fun today in chat? And Dan, how was it? How was it for you?
It was very easy to get connected to you.
Uh-huh.
And I enjoyed doing this. I kind of liked watching the chats as we were going.
Yeah,
And I want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes, obviously.
of
And
course.
lastly, I do not disagree with you people who say don't ever pull that don't down. I'm just a little bit more conservative, and there are certain points in time where, well, you're going to hate this, where the angel on my shoulder says,
Oh
"Get
my
that
God.
thing out of here."
Here, here's the that's funny. Here's the math on that. If you pull the don't, obviously you're pulling the don't, right? You're getting your money back in your rack, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
If you place the don't, even if you're going to win $4 or five, let's just say you win $5 every time you place the don't, you're guaranteeing a $5 win somewhere. Even if that's all that you did, right? If you did that 15, 20 times, that covers one full don't, or that covers you later on to hedge your come outs, right? Think about not pulling the don't, grabbing your nickels or whatever you're going to grab off that hedged win and pocket that for later. That's a separate little bankroll that you can play the ATS with, that you can do other things. That think about that as bonus money. Like that'll save you on a come out seven someday, or that'll get you an ATS 555. If you think of it that way, I'm not worried about the $5 or not having the $5, but that money you can use it. It'll help the bleed elsewhere. So if you can grab it, grab it. That's what I would always say.
just thanks, John.
You got it, man. Thank you. And again, for everybody else, if you want to be involved and do this, come on, right? Most of you have my phone number, right? You can text me. You can email me, john@procraps.net. You can jump into Discord and just drop me a DM, Facebook, whatever. Find a way to get a hold of me. And let's do it. This is fun. It's easy. I give you a Zoom link. You jump into the Zoom, you put your headphones on, and that's it. We just talk through the speaker, and it's no big deal. I know the sound isn't the greatest because it's a speaker, obviously. Not my normal lapel mic, but it works. I think it works pretty good in here. So with that said, it's a Thursday. It's Dan's birthday. Happy birthday, Dan. Go enjoy yourself. I'm going to go to work. And I will see you tomorrow morning for Friday Follies. I'm going to bring the bubble machine out. Don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might do the crapless forever press thing. That was kind of fun last week. We may bring out the app and play it on the app too. I don't know yet. We'll see. In the meantime, y'all have a great day. God bless all of you. Love y'all. Happy birthday, Dan. Prayers to you, Waylon, and your family. Everybody else who's going through something, my heart's with you. Love y'all. Bye.